Good evening, everybody, and welcome to DeLungo Rink here in East Haven for tonight's non-conference varsity hockey matchup between your Guilford Indians and the visiting Chieftains of Conard High School. I'm Dean Cornelio. Jeff Horton behind the camera tonight. Indians coming into play with a record of 1-1. They got their first victory of the season in our last broadcast against Stanford. Stanford, a 4-2 result. Indians had 4 separate goal scorers in that one. The Chieftains also 1-1 early on the campaign, losing to Notre Dame Fairfield in their opener before beating Tri-Town in their latest contest. Chieftains come in tonight without one of their captains, Danny Keisha. He injured his knee, from what we're told by the head coaching staff, Greg Raymer and company, Joe Dabkowski and Pat Wardwell, the coaching staff, telling me that that's their top player, their top scorer, and their go-to guy on offense. So he's going to be out a couple of weeks with a knee injury, and they're going to have to play through that, but they claim they have pretty even lines. The Indians will start Brandon Mayo in net, Mackey, Ring, Horton on the forward unit, Moore and Catarusa on the defense. We are underway, and a quick whistle. And it's an icing against the Indians. Chieftains start Charlie Fisher in net. He's got Trevor Connell and Dave Funkhauser on defense, and the forward unit of Grayson LaCroix, Casey Calvo, and Alex Brutomesso. Calvo, who's playing the center, at 4 points in the last game. The victory for the Chieftains against Tri-Town. And it was a bad time for them to lose David Keisha. He was lost in the first game against Notre Dame Fairfield. They had trailed 4-2, and they ended up losing 8-2 with him out of the lineup. Catarusa along the boards to Horton, flipped, and a collision there at center. That was between Mackey and LaCroix. Here's Moore. Moore will shoot, pad save by Fisher. The early tester by Ryan Moore. Moore with a goal and an assist in the first 2 games. Had an assist in the team's lone goal at St. Joe's. A little miscommunication there between the goaltender and the defenseman. Mikey Ring nearly pounced on it and able to capitalize. Donahue leaves it for Horton, to the point, wide open, shooting one. Didn't get through. Donahue with it. Takes the shot through the crease. Now the other side, wide. Donahue has the point, lets it go. That's Dacey. Dacey's got it. If the Indians can transition quickly, they'll have a break here. Baddock backhanded in, but the Chieftains able to complete their line change. Big hit here right in front of us by Cafaro. Kid shows a lot of promise. Young freshman. Played first line center in James Mackey's absence in the opener, and now has continued as a second line center. Again, a lot of promise there. So they need to have a good crop of younger players. 17 of their 26 on their roster are underclassmen. So they have no choice but to step up early on. Donahue, a great pass. Got it through. Cafaro had it knocked off of his stick by George Howard, the defenseman, big number 2 in the red. Brandon Mayo, a stop, rebound left right there in front. Mayo has to control those rebounds. He left one right there. And the whistle. Faceoff will stay low, 2.5 minutes into the period. Chieftains get the puck deep off the faceoff win by Brutomesso. Calvo got it behind the net. Centering pass. Here's Catarusa. Zach still able to make a play from his knees. Big defenseman there, Zach Powers. Powers reaches the center stripe and dumps in. On it first is Calvo. Here's Moore. Ryan to the middle. Charlie Malloy there Third unit out, Malloy and Sulkins, along with Carson Sperry. Flipped into the Indian zone. Here's Moore. Goes off of Sulkins. Past Sperry to the Indians' defense. 3.5 into play. No score here from East Haven. Guilford Indians, Conard Chieftains, third game of the season for both squads. Funkhauser. Chieftains catch a break here. Calvo the shot. Mayo the save. First real good opportunity right there by KC Calvo with the Chieftains. Brandon Mayo equal to the task. That's Ryan Brandt, number 17 in the green and white of the Indians. And Guilford will carry out. Tripped up was Mikey Ring. Four players battle along the wall. Chieftains take it to neutral ice. Flipped in wide of Mayo. That's Evan Powell. Trying to get it to Horton. And Horton gets by the defenseman. A good play by that defenseman, number 21, Trevor Connell, to keep the puck away from Matt Horton. Big hit there on Horton by Connell. Connell with the cross ice pass. Good shift so far for Trevor Connell, one of the team captains, and he comes out. Just over 5 minutes into the first period. Still no score. Powers at center. Sends it across for Howard, and Howard will dump in. Powell looking for Ring. Flipped, and that'll go for icing against the Indians. Puck dropped in the middle and flipped and glove down. Cafaro nearly threw George Howard into the Conard bench. Cafaro not the biggest guy either as a freshman. He uses his body smartly though here. He's got it now. Leading it 2-on-1, and we got a whistle. Penalty coming up for interference, negating that 2-on-1 for Guilford. Untimely penalty there. So interference to call on Ryan Moore. Conard will get the first power play opportunity of the night, and the Indians immediately send them back. Here's Zach Powers, senior defenseman, one of 9 seniors on this Conard team. Big senior class. That's their biggest. They also have 7 sophomores and then a handful of juniors and freshmen. Skated out by Connell. Can't make a play. And Guilford again forces them all the way back into their own zone. Powers. That's Calvo. Mikey Ring keeping a close eye. Calvo to Powers. Over to Connell. Connell over the line. Reaches the hash marks. Conard trying to set it up. Calvo set up high now going to the net. Conard loads up one side. Trying to backhand it towards Mayo. 40 seconds left of power play time. Cataruza. He'll try to lead a shorthanded rush. And flips it, but it hits the ceiling, so we get the whistle, and the faceoff will come outside the zone. Face-off controlled by Funkhauser, takes it behind his cage. And on the wing to John Palermo. Palermo as the Chieftains play dump and chase. Conard coaching staff stress their balance. Don't really have a superstar, but they're not afraid to run 4 lines if they have to, and that's a good problem in some cases, but they also like the go-to guy, especially on a power play situation. And with the loss of their top player, they don't have that at this time. And again, that was Danny Keisha, who I mentioned with the knee injury early on. Indians back to full strength. Puck in some skates. Carson Sperry there for Guilford. Dumped in. And big hit there by Malloy. Sent near boards and out. Dacey will get there first. That's Malloy. And Grayson LaCroix over the Guilford line the other way. Takes the shot, Mayo the stop. Brandon had a real strong game in the opener against St. Joe's, helped keep his team in it in a 2-1 loss, and got his first high school win in that Stanford game, the 4-2 victory. Big hit there, and it's going to be a penalty call. No, it's not. Take that one back. Donahue kept it at the line. Slapper never got through. Calvo blocked it with Cafaro there looking for the loose puck. Oh, and a nice play going the other way by Brudamesso. He'll wind and slap. Glove by Mayo. Puck is loose, open net. They score! Mayo made the stop. 2 players ran into him. Puck lay loose just outside the crease. The Chieftains pounce on it. And with 5:13 to go in the first period, Conard takes the 1-0 lead. So it's the goal stands. Alex Brudamesso gets credit for it. Put it in the empty net after 2 players ran into Mayo and knocked him out of the play. Big hit there by Baddock. Been saying that in the opening couple games between Baddock and Donahue. Donahue just went low on a player at center ice, Jake Reynolds. Icing waved off. That's something that hasn't been there the first couple games with these 2 Bash brothers of Donahue and Baddock on the same line. They can really set the tone. Their team needs a little bit of a presence, a little pick-me-up, a little step up. A couple big hits can certainly energize a team. Those 2 can provide the energy as we get icing against Conard, and that's what they were trying to do, I think, on that shift. Face off to Fisher's left. Mackey won it cleanly. Cataruzza plays it behind the net to Ring. Ring, let it go. Moore steps up, back to Ring. Ring takes the hit. Moore walks in, shoots it, deflected off the defenseman Powers, off his stick and over the net. Hit the glass behind. Ring, and it's going to be a hand pass as Horton touches. Ring played it with his hand to Horton. Indians control the draw. Moore is going to send around to Horton. Controls it. Nicely off the boards to Ring. Ring will wind and slap it. And it's the Chieftains the other way. Calvo will carry over the Indians line and dump in. And they'll chase and give pressure to Cataruzza, who goes near side boards to Mackey. Horton stood up. Calvo. Mayo leaves it for Mackey. Ring. Shot from the bad angle. They score! That one surprised Mayo, and Mayo will want that one back. That's a weak goal against him with 3:20 to go. Brandon Mayo caught sleeping on that one, and the Chieftains take a 2-0 lead with 3:20 to play in the opening period. Grayson LaCroix, freshman forward, playing with the top unit. Able to score from the face-off dot. So icing against Guilford. They give the assist to Howard. 3:02 to go here. Opening period. Conard has opened up a 2-0 advantage. Indians need a little jump in their step, and look out, that one just missed over top of the net. They got to make sure they're protecting their own end now. You got to make sure that Mayo isn't a little, I don't want to say shaken up, but frustrated by the goal he just let in. It's important for him to make a big save so he can get some confidence back after letting that one go by. And that one way over the net, again high off the glass. That's the second one that's been nearly just below us. I think that was Brand. First time it was Ring. Brand lost his edge back there, and look out! Good chance, short side. Mayo may have got a piece or hit the side of the cage. Hard to tell from this angle at the other end of the ice. And that one still kept in by Funkhauser. Sperry. Under 2 minutes to go in the first. Indians will change up behind the play. And out comes Dec. Donahue. Dec had his man lined up. Got rid of the puck. Cafaro out there with him. Dec trying to finish his check. Indians were delayed offsides. Dec picks it up. Sent in by Cafaro. Left for Connell. Connell and Cafaro bump. Now Donahue introduces himself. Big hit there by Dec. And here's Cafaro trying to pick up the near turnover. Kept in, Donahue into the middle. Play still in the zone. It goes off the skate of Catarusa. Under 45 seconds to go, and that'll go for icing against the Chieftains. Mackey against Calvo on the draw to the right of the goaltender, Fisher. And that hit the official. Mackey takes the shot, goes wide. Ring with a hit, far boards. Nice pass up the middle. Horton's got to get back on sides, and he does not. He accepts the pass just over the blue line. Final 20 seconds of the first period. And look out. Could be a late chance for Brutomesso. He had the goal, first one into the empty net. And that's clear to center. Conard plays it back in time. Is going to run out in the first period is Ryan Moore. Lets the play die there in the corner. So not a good period of hockey for your Guilford Indians. They let two go by in less than a 2-minute span as Brutomesso and LaCroix both score for the Chieftains. After one period of play, Conard 2, Guilford nothing. We're back. Second period action about to get underway. Dean Cornelio with you here from East Haven. Jeff Horton behind the camera. Indians outshot 7-3 that first period. Outscored 2-0. Nice to see, as we get an early whistle, nice to see a number of Indians players before the period going up to goaltender Brandon Mayo, giving him some encouragement, knowing that he's better than what he showed in that first period. Let's hope he comes out and plays that way. Cataruzza off the boards, intended for Horton. Behind him, hit a skate though, remains in the zone. Mackey drops it, ring. And it gets by Cataruzza. That will go for icing against the Chieftains. Mackey takes the face-off for Guilford, loses that one. And more. Puck remains in the zone. With it now is Quinn LaCroix, 28. Here's Cataruzza. Zach carrying in, shooting one, gloved by Charlie Fisher. Cafaro. The puck goes back to the point. Dacey shoots it. Loose puck, rebound. Cafaro with the opportunity. Couldn't get it by Fisher. Big hit there. But the Indians already with some offensive chances. You're not going to beat any team with 3 shots in a period, and that's what they had in the first. A real lackluster effort in the first 15 minutes. And I'm sure they'd be the first to tell you that. Big hit there. Brand knocked down by the senior Zach Powers of the Chieftains. Brand will want him back, and he gives him a little hip check. And a penalty coming up, is it? We got the arm up. Certainly not icing, and it's a penalty to the Indians boarding the call. Indians penalty to Brian Donahue for boarding. Indians shorthanded again. One-timer off the net, and Conard still controls it though. Back here for Brudamesso. Instead, Cataruzza gets it out of the zone. And that's icing as Calvo touches it. Puck was over the blue line. Okay. Offsides on Conard. Face-off outside of the zone. We'll do it in the same spot. Ring, Cataruzza, Horton, and Moore, the penalty-killing unit for the Indians. Calvo and Cataruzza battling for the puck. Off the back of the net. Calvo has it. Calvo trying to work away from Ryan Moore. Good look to the point. One times it, stick save. Look out, rebound came loose in front. And never able to get a handle on it was Grayson LaCroix. Rolled off his stick out of the zone in Guilford's favor on that one. Now Matty Horton in there with Mike Ring. Under a minute to go on the power play. Moore high off the glass. Not out. Wrister, gloved by Mayo, and he'll hold on as they don't like the fact that Alex Brudamesso giving a little extra to their goaltender after the whistle. Mackey to Brand. Nice effort, diving effort to keep it in. Backhanded towards the net. Powell playing defense in front, not allowing his man to get a shot away. Off a skate to the Conard player. That's Palermo. Left for Palermo by Jake Reynolds. Nice play to bat it down, but still Trevor Connell will have to play to neutral ice. Final 15 seconds of the Donahue penalty. 11.5 to go, second period. Conard still with a 2-0 lead, both goals in the first period. Mackey comes to center, penalty time to Donahue over. Indians successfully kill it off. Charlie Malloy steps on for him. Calvo spun around by Brand. Mackey reverses the play to Powell. Powell off the glass. Malloy takes a hit. And again slapped back in. Here's Powell. Off of the skate of Brand, but Mackey picks it up. James will skate it over the line. Top the face-off circle, got a shot on goal, stick to side. Chieftains the other way, cutting wide, trying to create some space is Calvo. Pushed down by Cataruza, puck under him. Cataruza gathers the puck in, takes it away from Calvo, and he'll skate it up ice. Over the Chieftain line, winding and slapping right on. Gloved by Fisher, and he'll hold for the whistle. Indians fell behind early in their last game, too, against Stanford, allowing them to score early before then scoring 4 consecutive goals and ultimately winning that game 4-2. In the opener, they took the lead on St. Joe's and let it slip away. So the first couple games, it's kind of gone both ways for them. Here's Tyler Sulkins. Sulkins, fan on that clearing attempt. Got a piece of that one as his puck goes out over the glass, out of play. Cataruza off the face-off win by Mackey to Ring. Gets it to Mackey in the middle, has Horton with him. Takes the shot. Rebound there, Ring. Back to net, Horton. Past Ryan Moore. And that took an odd bounce on Zach Cataruza. Horton to Moore to Ring. Moore will take it again. Nice play by Mackey to leave it for Horton. Horton takes the shot. Blocker save. Rebound try. That was a great play by James Mackey. Real heads up to leave the puck there. He sacrificed himself. That's icing against Conard. He sacrificed himself knowing he was going to take the hit, but seeing Horton coming into the play, able to get it to him. Probably the Indians' best scoring opportunity of the night right there. 9:04 to go, second period. Indians control, that's Dacey. Dacey top the circle shooting. We get a whistle. And what is the call here? Is it Donahue again? Elbowing. I think it's going to be elbow and a cross check. Elbowing the call on Brian Donahue, also a cross-checking minor to the Chieftains. Those penalties negate themselves. So no manpower advantage either way. Dacey, keep in left point. Brand through a screen. So penalty on the play to Conard's Zach Powers, their big defenseman, out for interference. Indians' first power play of the night. Moore will take the slap shot. Rebound is there. Another good chance for Guilford. Here's Cataruza. Cataruza will take it. That was blocked. Winding, shooting one. And out of the zone. That was Horton with the opportunity. Here's Cataruza. So it was Donahue elbowing, cross-checking to Connell. Those were coincidental. And seconds later, an additional penalty to the Chieftains' Powers. Indians with some man advantage time here at the hash marks. Takes the shot. That was blocked and cleared. Matty Horton took that shot quickly. Not sure if he saw somebody in front hoping to get a rebound, but his shot never got through. Completely negating any opportunity. Mike Ring has Moore open. Gets it back to him. Ryan has some room. Moore goes to the middle of the ice. Takes the shot. Again blocked. And the puck is caught in the defenseman. We get the whistle. 52 seconds left of power play time for Guilford. So much for the power play. Matt Horton called for cross-checking. It's 4-on-4 hockey for another 50 seconds. Ring to Cataruza. Ring picked up that loose puck and had a good chance as he closed in on the net. Mackey. Moore calling for it. Keeps it inside the line. Rister. Gloved. Rebound is there. Ring. Mike Ring had a goal in the last game against Stamford. Indians, in their 5 goals so far on the season, have had 5 different goal scorers. Slapper blocked. 10 seconds left of 4-on-4 time. Then the Chieftains will have just over a minute of man advantage situation of their own. Powers is back. And look out, there's a breakaway for the Chieftains. Walking in, Brandon Mayo, the big stop there. Good stop by Mayo. And hopefully that one will help turn this game around, turn him around. John Palermo with the opportunity, the junior, walked in, and Mayo had the answer for that. Big stop. That would have made it 3-0 and could have been a deflating goal for Guilford, but Mayo had other ideas. Good job by him. And that goes into the netting for the whistle with 53 seconds left on the penalty to Horton. Cafaro, Brand, Baddock, Dacey, the penalty-killing unit. Showing confidence in the youngsters. Cafaro and Dacey, both freshmen. Brand, a sophomore, didn't see much time last year, but has come back and has really played well, earning his time thus far. Just over 6 minutes to go, second period. Dean Cornelio, Jeff Horton with you here from East Haven. Conard 2, Guilford 0. Non-league game. But the Indians could really use the win, get over the 500 mark here, especially with Conard being without its top player. These teams met last year in West Hartford. It was a scoreless tie. What a bizarre game that was. Each team had some great chances. I believe there was a penalty shot in that game, if I recall. We did that one for you from Veterans Rink. Indians back to full strength, icing against Guilford, but that was a wild one. It ended in a 0-0 tie. So we come back and the Indians are on another power play. Bruta Messo for boarding and a short-handed chance that Mayo stops. Again, a 2-on-1 low. And a second time in less than a couple of minutes that Brandon Mayo has stopped John Palermo point blank. First time on a breakaway, second time on the 2-on-1 shorthanded opportunity. Mayo stepping up and really erasing a bad first period for himself and his team. Let's see if Guilford can finally put one in the net here. Nice look by Cataruza. Horton trying to split the defense. Knocked away from him. Ring keeps it. Ring plays it low. That's Horton. Mackey set up on the other side. Nobody in front of the net. Mackey now trying to position himself. It's Moore at the top of the point. Pad save. And out of the zone. Cataruza nearly had his pocket picked. Would have been another odd rush the other way, potentially. Defenseman play catch. Cataruza slaps it on goal. Fisher with the stop. Look out. Here's Moore. Moore trying to catch the goaltender out of position. Under a minute left of power play time for Guilford. Looked across for Cataruza. High and wide of the net. Mackey covering the point with Cataruza low. Moore has it. Backhand flip towards the net. Look out, Ring with a chance. And the Chieftains able to clear it to center. 30 seconds on the power play. Indians are offsides, and the official sees it and blows the play dead. And even 4 minutes to go in the second. Charlie Malloy's line out with Salkins and Sperry. Here's Evan Powell. Sperry dumps it in. Salkins will be the first one there. Sperry gives it back to him. The return pass, Conard back at full strength. Sperry with the shot opportunity. Powell hustles over to keep it in. Gets it back to net. Malloy. He had the team's lone goal against St. Joe's in the season opener, did Charlie Malloy. Filling in nicely. And icing against the Chieftains. Mackey on the draw for the Indians. Wins it cleanly. Cataruzza. Quick snap. Here's Mackey. And the Chieftains on the turnover. Get around more centering. And Cataruzza let it go. It goes to the point. Mayo had to contend with a deflection. Ring. Cataruzza hit his skates and cleared out by Moore. Helps out his defensive partner. That's going to go for icing against Guilford. Mackey and Calvo. Full strength, both sides. Look out, Calvo, backhand try. And Mayo looked like he had it, and no, it bounces behind him and across the line. Casey Calvo gets the goal, and it snuck in short side on Mayo with 2:25 to go in the second period. Casey Calvo has made it 3-0 for the Chieftains. So, Indians dig themselves a deeper hole. Brand high off the glass. Baddock, Donahue. Donahue's got it. Takes to the middle of the ice. That was a sneaky little shot. Cafaro in front of the net. Brand stood up at the line. And the whistle. So offsides on the Indians. Sperry steps in for Malloy on the faceoff. Sperry trying to kick that puck forward as it got caught in his skates. Lining up his opponent is Brand. Dacey. Dacey skates out with it. Will's got it. The opponent trying to chase him down. Big hit there on Dacey. The other opponent didn't have the stick, and we got a penalty coming up. First one to Conard. Will they take a Guilford Indian as well with some little extracurricular play after the whistle? Minute 31 left. Indians back on the power play. As in the penalty box is Zach Powers again, second time. Guilford could really use a goal here late to get some momentum, get something going for themselves heading into the third to take something positive. They got a minute 15 to do it. Here's Zach Cataruzza. Zach will carry up. Takes the shot from the angle. Blockered away by the goaltender Fisher. Here's Ring. Mike. Horton's covering the point. They get it back to him. Fakes the shot. Ring. Now Horton to the middle of the ice. Over here for Moore. He's got a cannon if he can get it off. Cafaro lost his edge. And we get a whistle and a penalty for tripping with 41 seconds to go. So Conard for tripping. Two-man advantage. Final 40 seconds. A lot of space for the Indians. Cataruzza just missed. Kept it low. There was traffic in front. Moore had a man cutting. That was Mackey. Here's Ring. 25 to go in the second. Indians, again, could really use one here. Moore shoots. Pat save rebound. Moore again. He'll get another opportunity. He scores! Ryan Moore with 15.7 to go. Gets Guilford on the board, and that's a big one. A 5-on-3 goal for Moore and the Indians. Power play goal. Give him that many opportunities. He's finally going to bury one, and he does. Put that one top shelf. Horton and Mackey with assists. Still a power play. Caruza missed high. 3 seconds to go. So, Moore, late shot. Conard upset that shot came after the whistle, and the Chieftains are going to let Ryan Moore know about it. Ryan's got to be careful there. You don't want the official to give him any reason to give him an unsportsmanlike call on that, which they can technically do. We'll see if that's called. I don't know. But Moore did tally with 15 seconds to go to get Guilford on the scoreboard. We'll see here the Chieftains talking to the official, Coach Russo walking over to the official, was by the official. So we'll see. I don't see any indication, nobody walking over to the score box. But it was 2-0 after 1. It's 3-1 after 2. The Indians will still have 1 minute and 20 seconds of power play time to start the third when we come back. We're back for the start of the third period. As I said at the end of the second, the Indians were going to have a power play. I was wrong. There was an unsportsmanlike penalty called on Ryan Moore to end the period as he shot the puck after the whistle. On goaltender Charlie Fisher, he was called. So it's 4-on-4 hockey for 1 minute 18 seconds. That negates the Indians' power play, which they really could have used to start and continue the momentum they had built late in that second period. They outshot Conard 18-7 in that period. Quite a difference from getting outshot 7-3 in period 1. But not necessarily the quantity of the shots, it's the quality. They still need some more quality opportunities. 4-on-4, and that'll go for icing against Guilford. Nice to see some former Indians back here during break. Jack Fitzgerald, John Venter, who both transferred. Fitzgerald to Westminster, Venter to Canterbury, playing prep hockey. I wish them the best, and they're doing well. They look good, having a good time there, and enjoy the hockey, enjoy the school. So great to see them. Great, they're doing well. Nice shot right on. Good opportunity. Evan Powell from the left point. Glove by Charlie Fisher. Faceoff will remain to the goaltender's right. Mike Ring takes it. Horton over for Powell. Powell with a shot, stick save, rebound. That puck was still loose. It was a quick whistle. Horton in the vicinity. Ring, Horton, Powell, Caruza. The foursome out for the Indians. Carried up now by Zach Powers. Powers leaves it. Indians clear it out of danger. Look out. Another good shot there by Powers. "12 more seconds of 4-on-4 time. Then the Chieftains will have an abbreviated power play. Pass in front. It hit Mike Ring, who skates out with it now. Ring, it's a 3-on-2 the other way. Horton had to hold up. Ring drops it. And Horton covered by two Chieftains. Alex Brudamesso broke it up. Caruza reverses direction. Zach, and that one's knocked down. Off the boards, the Chieftains have it. That's Calvo. Calvo got his team's last goal. Nice play by Caruza to knock the puck off his stick. Still in, though. And a penalty, it looks like. Potentially hooking on Conard. It is on Calvo. Calvo for hooking. Indians will have the man advantage in 5 seconds when Ryan Moore comes out of the box. And there he is. He'll stay on the ice. Gets the pass. Indians could use one. Puts it on goal, and again, Fisher quickly grabs the rebound. Doesn't leave much time. or many rebounds for that matter, for the Indians to cash in on. Cafaro, Donahue, Moore playing a forward unit, a forward spot, I should say. Dacey at the point with Cataruza. Interesting lineup here. Zach's going to have to skate back hard for it, and he gets there first. Interesting idea putting Moore up. Ryan certainly set a big screen in front with his size. Donahue. Cataruza caught in the corner here. Donahue braces himself, gives it to Cafaro. Oh, and Cataruza let it get by him. Zach will flip it back in. He's going off for a change, and Powell stepping on for him. Not sure what happened there with Cataruza. He's usually 100% at keeping those in. 45 seconds left on the man advantage. Here's Dacey. Dacey. Back to Powell. Powell's got a shot. He lets it go. And Charlie Fisher stays tall in net and holds on for the whistle. Mackey, Horton, and Ring. Moore at the point. He gets it. Shoots it. I think he was looking for a redirection. A little tip. Didn't get that. So it went wide. Here's Horton. Matty Ho with 20 seconds to go on the power play, and Moore kicked it back in, but the Indians are off sides. They regain the line. Moore takes it. D to D. Powell. Center stripe, dumps in. Final seconds ticking off of the power play. Horton leaving it for Ring. Moore to the net, looking across. Puck still loose. Goaltender wasn't 100% sure he had it. Moore the right idea. And look out the other way, and they score on the break the other way. The transition. Conard cashes in with under 11 minutes to go in regulation. And they make it 4-1. That one could be a backbreaker with 10:51 to play. So Chieftains make it 4-1. The Indians with a big hill to climb now. Still plenty of time left, but a lot of work to be had. And here we go, trying to get one back. In front, backhander, look, go! Malloy from Dacey. Shot right on. Good pad save there by Fisher. Fisher stymied the Indians last year in that scoreless tie. Oh, Salkin's a nice tip, and then that one goes out over the glass. So good flurry of action there for Guilford by this third unit. .10:03 to play. Baddock, Cafaro, Donahue, and it's the Chieftains the other way. Dacey knocks his man down. Off a skate. Here's Brand. Tried to duck around the check. Could not. Now it's Palermo the other way. Palermo's been denied twice by Mayo with close-in opportunities, including one breakaway. Glove down. Waved off. It would have been a hand pass had a Guilford Indian touched it, so they really couldn't do anything with that. Here's Moore. Just over 9 minutes to go in the third period. Dean Cornelio, Jeff Horton with you here from East Haven. Sent over the net. Here's Baddock. Derek will send in Indians changing behind the play. Moore will apply some pressure. Ring has it. He's got Mackey and Moore, and Ring tried to play it in short side off a bad angle. Mackey, shot blocked by George Howard. And Howard slaps at it. Mackey again. Shouldered off the puck. Here's Ring. Tried to play it back. Moore steps into it. Went wide. Here's Cataruzza. 2 Chieftains on him. Nice flip to Mackey. And it goes to Ring, actually. Ring. Into the middle. Horton on the back, and he scores! Matt Horton sneaks it through the 5-hole of Charlie Fisher. And with 8:04 to go, the Indians get back within 2. It's 4-2. Ring and Cataruzza with assists on that one. Cataruzza really a nice play to flip the puck out. It went between the legs of James Mackey to Ring, center to Horton, and the Hammer able to find a little space between those pads. Let's see if that ignites a little more offense from these Guilford Indians with time not on their side. We're halfway through the third period. Malloy in front. Great opportunity for Sperry. Good look by Charlie Malloy. And the Chieftains will ice it, so they're on their heels a little bit here. Indians sensing that, and they have to capitalize. Mackey, Horton, Ring. Cataruzza and Moore. One back, Cataruzza. That was blocked by the defense. Number 20, David Funkhauser with the play. Ring not out. Funkhauser with the keep. Again, Funkhauser does a nice job. Mackey plays it back to his defense. Moore across. Horton will let Cataruzza take it. Zach takes the shot, and it's gloved by Fisher with no rebound as Mike Ring was going to the net. This Chieftains team was just 6-13-1 last year. They have had a couple lean years. They were bounced in the first round of the state tournament the year before that. Good chance. Again, puck loose. Quick whistle as Matt Horton was there. But the referee blew play dead. Chieftains, again, a 6-win season, 9-win season, 4-win season in the last 3 years. This is the first year of the new coaching staff, though. Oh, and that one just wide by Cafaro. Here's LaCroix the other way. He'll dump in. After it is Brutomesso. Brutomesso has a goal tonight. As does Calvo's line mate number 10, playing the center position. Now he's got 5 points the last couple games, does Calvo. Here's Moore. Moore lets it go. Blocked by Powers. Indians still on sides as it was played back in by the Chieftains. Calvo, that'll go for icing against Conard with just under 6 minutes to play in regulation. Malloy, won it forward, puck's loose! Sperry scores! Carson Sperry put it in! The puck had come behind the net, and he played it back in off a leg. Malloy won the puck forward off the draw. That line had a real good shift last time, as we were mentioning, and this time Sperry puts it in from Malloy. And look out, the Indians within one with 5:44 to play in the third. Two goals in just over 2 minutes, and the Chieftains will call a timeout. We'll be back after the Conard timeout. These teams played overtime last year, 0-0. The Indians would love to get it to that point now. Trying to rally from a 4-1 deficit in the final 9 minutes of play. Just over 8 minutes, actually. Ring Mackey. Ring held up. Skated out. Palermo. Hit the official. Here's Moore. Moore to Horton. Bounces over his stick. And a good chance. Mackey. Ring to Cataruzza. He'll shoot one. It is gloved by Fisher. No rebound. Malloy quickly back out there after Sperry scored. Glove save there on the Ryan Moore blast from the left point. 5:01 to play. Malloy, Salkin, Sperry, Moore, Cataruzza. The face-off against Calvo. And Casey can't get it out. Sperry. Big hit there. Here's Calvo. Cataruzza will get there first. Backhands it. Glove down. Chieftains get it out to neutral ice. Calvo picks it up. Just over 4.5 to go. Maybe with former Indians Fitzgerald and Venter up here, they'll have a little luck go their way. We'll see. Cataruzza. Turnover. Transition the other way. Chieftains with it. Knocked away. Cataruzza can't get it out. Play back behind the Guilford net. And cross ice feed. Moore still in. Calvo smartly plays it deep. Moore tried to connect with Malloy, could not. That line's been out for quite a while now. Salkins. Indians need a change here, and Donahue steps out. Donahue, and finally the whistle with 3:28 to go. For the last 3:28, Jack Fitzgerald joins me on the mic here. And there's a great opportunity. Mayo made the stop. Jack, you were saying to me before you think the Indians need to shoot blocker side. That was your observation. That's still what you're feeling here against this goaltender?
Yeah, I mean, I think he's reaching over with his glove to his blocker side, and Moore's goal was upper blocker, so that's what I was yelling. I was yelling at Matt Horton and Moore and Cataruzza if they just get shots in the point and traffic in front.
Look out, the backhand puck is loose on the side, and Indians skate away with it. 2:45 to go. Baddock lumbering down the ice. He's got it. Shot blocked. And that's going to go for icing against the Chieftains. Yes, it will. So, Jack, we have a second. How's Westminster?
It's awesome.
Awesome. We miss you here, but.
Oh, yeah.
Got tournaments coming up?
Here too. We already played in the tournament. We lost to Kimball Union in the final, unfortunately. They were a real good team. But I think what matters is this game now.
Under 2.5 to go in it. Chieftains with the puck. Calvo dumps it down. Conard playing a smart game now. Indians. Big hit there along the boards. Here's Ring. Ring makes a move. Can't get a shot off. Round the dasher and out of the zone. Ring's going to have to give chase as Calvo is after it as well. And that goes into the netting with 1:47. Look for Coach Ralph Russo to potentially use this timeout here. It's about that time. Talk about the plan to potentially get Brandon Mayo out of the nets.
Now, Conard already used theirs, right?
They did.
Yeah, he did.
When Guilford made it 4-3. And Indians are going to hold off here. Mayo tried to glove it and play to the corner. Here's Horton. Maddie needs some open ice. To Mackey. He needs to join the play. Mackey over the line. Dumps it in. Tripped up. Horton. Rings got it back of the net. Held up by Funkhauser. And to center. Dacey back there. Shields his body well. Tripped up, and a penalty coming up to the Chieftains for tripping with 1:08 to go.
There we go. Timeout now.
So, Coach Russo uses the timeout. Reynolds, the penalty for tripping. We'll be back with the final 108. Indians on the power play looking to tie the game. We'll be back in a moment. We're back for the final 108, and Coach Fitzgerald up here trying to design the play for the Guilford Indians, but we'll see how it works out. The top unit out there. Powers can't clear. Moore wind and fire. Pad save. Rebound try in front. Yes. He scores! James Mackey puts it in with 59.6 to go. And the Indians have come all the way back to tie it at 4. I think it was Mackey. Malloy was there too. Maybe it was Malloy.
Malloy, I saw.
If it is, I apologize.
I was watching the tape from the St. Joe's game. He had a goal similar to that off the rebound.
So we'll wait for the official call. Might have been Malloy.
Can really hear.
Horton with an assist.
Win it here.
Glove save by Fisher with 51 to go. So, hey, Malloy, Mackey, it doesn't matter. The game's tied. Give them both credit for being in the right spot at the right time. Whoever got that stick on it, with about 6 players battling in front of the net. Indians will take it. Power play goal. Look out, here's a chance. Slapper just missed high. Ring. Indians still buzzing. We're back to even strength now. Moore down to Ring. Ring trying to get it back to net to Horton.
Guy high.
Moore shoots. Blocked down. And the Chieftains really on their heels. Ring. And that we get a whistle with 25 to go.
5 minutes. 5-minute OT, maybe. Maybe that's what we're looking at.
You're accustomed to that last year. That was a frustrating game, a scoreless tie against these guys. I still don't know how that happened. I believe there was a penalty shot in that game too, maybe, or at least a couple breakaways.
Yeah, I think we had a couple breakaways in the overtime actually.
That might have been what I'm thinking about.
Get one by this kid. I mean,
he is unorthodox, but
yeah.
Look out! Glove down. Chance Mail to stop.
And pass all the way down.
So it wouldn't have counted anyway with 16 seconds left. Nice break for Guilford. I didn't think I would say this 9 minutes ago, but they'd prefer not to go to overtime at this point.
Yeah.
Just as bad a loss as this looked like it could be, this could be just as huge of a victory if they're able to pull it out this early in the season and to get some confidence. Malloy, and it's held on to by Fisher. Charlie Malloy. Suddenly the sniper.
So is Conard D1 or D2?
D2.
They're D2, they moved down.
D2. They were D1 a couple years ago. They moved down.
Yeah.
11.8 to go. Mackey trying to get it back to point. Morrill, step into it. Oh, right off the top of the cage. Goaltender got the glove on it and it rolled right over the net. And Mayo, if that one goes into the netting, and the faceoff's going to be to his left with 0.9 to go. You got to think they'll pull the goaltender, and they do. Charlie Fisher coming off, 6th attacker. See if they can do anything in 0.9 seconds. They're certainly going to load it up in the slot. Going to try and win it towards the net. You got to think one official will be lined up on the goal line. Drop the puck. And, that puck went right into the middle of the ice, but they didn't have time to get the shot off. And the Guilford Indians have come all the way back to force an 8-minute sudden death overtime. Guilford with third period goals by Horton, Sperry, and Malloy or Mackey.
I'm thinking
I still don't. You're thinking Malloy? I'll go with you. You had the better eye on that one. So we'll be back. There'll be a 3-minute break. Teams talking over. Conard needs to shake it off. Indians just need to continue the momentum. We'll be back with sudden death overtime in just a moment. We are back. Sudden death overtime about to get underway here. It'll be 8 minutes once the clock is set up.
Mackey pretty good on draws, it looks like, today.
He has been doing really well. He'll face off against Brudamesso, who has one of the Conard goals. And again, Mackey wins it straight back to his defense. Takes the return pass from Cataruzza. Mackey dumps it in. Powers. Ring.
Nice hit.
Takes him down. Here's Horton. And
Helmet's off.
yeah, with the helmet off, automatic whistle. But the face-off will stay low. That wasn't a very timely whistle for Guilford with Matt Horton in control of the puck. Horton's got one tonight. Moore's got one. Sperry. Malloy.
I think that was Sperry's first, wasn't it?
It was.
It was?
At least of the season. I don't know that he got one. Can't remember last year, but. And Moore will dump it back in. Oh, that'll go for icing.
Oh, okay. All right.
Against Guilford.
They seem pretty calm out there.
All the way around, that's going to go for icing against the home squad. Face off to Mayo's right. And that was Horton for Ring. Gets by him. Ring. Oh, just knocked away at the last second, or Mike Ring would have had a golden opportunity. Here's Cataruzza. Zach, the left-handed shot. Horton. For a second, it looked like Horton had a ponytail going out there. Oh, what's up with that?
I was thinking that too.
The Yager like, look out, stepping into one, shooting, looking for the deflection in front. They had size, didn't get it on goal.
I got Mike.
Ring dumps it in. Line change behind him. Sperry and company step up. No icing. Trying to get it into the middle. It's kept in at the point. No, it's not. Out of the zone. Trying to pick his pocket. Is Salkins digging at it. And Moore knocked it down. Here's Salkins. He's got Malloy. Malloy just out of his reach. He's got Sperry behind him. Gets the puck to him. Sperry gets the shot off. Hit from behind. Another point. Wide open. Walking in. Powell shoots it just wide. Evan Powell with a great chance. The freshman. It was a good look to get it back. Powell from the angle. Probably should have sent that one over to Brand. But, of course, it's easy to second guess as the Monday morning quarterback up here. Here's Sperry. Just under 6 minutes to go in the overtime. Sent wide of Mayo. And the Indians look tired. Looking like they were looking for the icing on that. Powers sent it up and deflected into the zone by LaCroix. Brand. And they're able to get it out. Carrying in, it's Baddick. Oh, and offsides against the Indians.
That was a close one, for sure. Debatable.
The official shouting at Derek Baddick. Hopefully cooler heads prevail for Baddick. And they do as he skates away. Not sure why the official is jawing with a particular player, but and that hit the Conard bench and the whistle. 5:10 left, sudden death overtime. Indians trailed 4-1 with just over 8 minutes to play. Christmas?
Or Christmas, yeah, I don't know what I'm thinking. At the time.
Sent in. Horton. And it was a smart play by the defenseman. Heads up to get it out. Look out there. Mayo comes out and pounces on that puck. So 4:54 to go. Don't get too much sudden death overtime in high school hockey.
No.
So this may be a rarity. To the point, having trouble with it. Oh, and he keeps it in. Another good play. Look out, Calvo trying to get the shot off. Great play there.
For the boys right there.
And the whistle. And that's a delayed offsides. There's no way Powers held the line there, and the official caught him. Late. Mackey wins the faceoff. 4.5 to play. Here's Mackey over the line. He'll shoot one. Blocker save. Moore skating in for Horton. Helps out on the backside. They get around ring. Calvo. Calvo takes it from James Mackey. Plays it off the boards. Can't get it by Zach Cataruza. Mackey hit by Powers. Calvo smartly off the boards. Could create a 2-on-1 if they hurry. Moore knocked the puck aside. And there's a little bit of interference. Run on Mike Ring. They're not going to call that at this juncture, though. Puck underneath him, and we get a whistle. Malloy and the Indians control it. Dump it in. Nice pass up here for Quinn LaCroix. LaCroix shoved into the boards by Carson Sperry. Sperry. Nice play. Held up. Can't stop skating though. But Dacey's a defenseman, so he thought better of it than taking the chance, the offensive chance anyway. Here's Brand for Dacey. Dacey will carry it up. Now he's thinking offense. Dacey on the backhand stops, has the point man open, gets it back. Shot high. That was Cafaro.
He wanted that blocker. I'm telling you.
Blocked down. That's Funkhauser. And two Chieftains run into each other. 2.5 to play. And here's a chance. Malloy in front, blocked off, and a good play on the defense by Powers. And that'll go for icing against the Chieftains. Cafaro, Baddock, Donahue, Moore, and Catarusa. The Indians unit out there with 2:18 to go. They win the draw. Flipped in front and knocked down with a high stick. And it'll come all the way down. That was Baddock.
Almost looked like a set play there, kind of.
Great hand-eye coordination. Wouldn't have counted anyway. Indians have been good with the face-offs. And here's Baddock. Derek on his backhand flips it over the net into the corner. Donahue knocked it down. He lets the Chieftain player play it. Would have been a high stick, but this creates an opportunity for Conard. Still in? No, it's a delayed off. Here's Moore. We're under 2 minutes to go. Moore will dump it in wide. Powers gives a look. Moore in front. And that goes off the skate of Donahue. Baddock. A little too many men action there on the Chieftain by the Chieftains bench. rolled in on goal. The faceoff will be deep in the Conard zone with 1:18 to go as it's covered by Charlie Fisher. Mackey, Horton, Ring, Powell, and Brand, the defensemen. .118 to play in overtime. Cleanly back to Powell, and he couldn't control the faceoff win. Goes off a Ring. Oh, nice play. Good anticipation by Horton. Matty trying to create some space for himself. He hasn't had much of that tonight. A minute to go in the OT. Mackey, look out, puck left there. Powell didn't expect that. Mackey has it. Dumps in Horton after it. Horton with a big hit there, and they're going to call Horton on a hit from behind. The player's helmet comes off. And Matt Horton, now, the concern is this more than just a minor penalty? If this is a major penalty, because the official pointed to, for him to, almost like he was saying, to skate off the ice. I don't know. As that player is being tended to, we'll be back after he is, after we get word and he's back up on his feet. Back with the final 44 seconds. Matt Horton has been assessed a 5-minute major for checking from behind. He's out of the game. That was my concern after seeing the official reaction there. Jack, you had another vision of it, and you were explaining it up here, but you saw it as the player turned into the boards and then the helmet wasn't even strapped. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think Matt, he was going in for a clean hit. I mean, he didn't really see if I was him, I wouldn't be able to see his numbers. I mean, that's when you're supposed to hold up.
Right.
And I know Matt, I mean, he usually doesn't hit people from behind often, but I think it was somewhat of a debatable call. I mean, and the kid's helmet flies off. I mean, it shouldn't even be able to fly off.
Shot wide, under 30 seconds left. The Indians will be happy with a tie right now. Or maybe not. It's a 2-on-1 shorthanded. Ring, here's a chance. Oh, wide. Shorthanded opportunity for Guilford. Ring holding it in his skates. Here's Mackey. James into the middle. Oh, good play on the defense by Funkhauser. 7 seconds left. Can Calvo get a shot off? 5 seconds to go for Calvo. Good play on the defense there by Cataruza. And time is going to run out in this one. Another one. These teams just can't settle it. They can't settle it. A scoreless tie last year, a 4-4 tie this year. We said how rare a tie is in high school hockey to begin with. Now 2 in back-to-back years. That's more rare.
Yeah, it takes a lot for Guilford to come back after being down 4-1.
4-1.
It takes. That's good for them.
And now the concern after the Horton penalty with the major, I believe it's an automatic that he's out of the next game.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, they're not going to have him during our next broadcast, which is when the Indians face off against North Haven at Northford, which will be our last game before the Christmas break. So we all wish you happy holidays, but we will have one more game. Whether that makes TV before the holiday, we don't know. So, Jack, thanks for stepping in the last few minutes. Of course, you know, you come in at the key time, just like we saw you do on the ice last year. So, you know, you step in at the key time this year for the end and the OT. Guys gave him a little bit of luck. So, and we wish you guys the best, too. Nice to see you back here.
Nice. Happy holidays.
You as well. So, we're going to try to come back with some post-game reaction. Not sure who we'll be able to get, but we're going to give it a go. So, 4-4. This one ends. Each team now 1-1-1. Indians have to be happy with the tie, though, after the way the first 2+ periods went. So, teams are skating off. We'll try to be back with more in just a moment. 4-4 tie, and we'll be back. We're back with Indians forward Charlie Malloy, and I'm going to correct myself because I believe I called the last goal to James Mackey. So I got to apologize to this man because he was also in front of the net. He's the one who put it in. So, Charlie, great job. Congratulations on that. Talk about the last goal a little bit. Obviously, it was centered. A big mess in front of that net, and you were able to poke it home. But talk about how the play developed.
Well, the play, coach went out there, and he just told me, just get in front of the net, screen the goalie, and get a rebound if you can. And I just went out there and did it.
It's kind of exactly what happened. Just as it was designed.
Well, yeah.
Sort of.
Pretty much.
Your line has been playing pretty well. Talk about, you, Salkins, Sperry. Carson also had a goal tonight. It's a nice goal. He perfectly placed shot off the back of someone's leg. Hey, it goes in, it goes in. But your development as a line has really come on, and they're looking to you to, even though you're a third unit per se, you try and getting a little bit more responsibility.
Well, we really stepped up today. We really had a great game. It's not so much we don't have the most skilled guys on our line, but we just work well together. We have really good chemistry, and we're gonna succeed with that. And we're big guys. We all know how to hit. Salkins has got the speed for us, and we just developed some good plays.
You certainly did. And now you're down 4-1 in the game. Things didn't look good. Talk about what might have changed that momentum a little bit.
Well, getting a goal going into the third period is always huge. Going into any period, right. Just like that last minute, 30 seconds left in the game, and we scored a goal. That's just, 30 seconds in the third period.
Correct.
And that just gets it going. Puts the other team's heads down going into the locker room, and we get out there with the momentum.
Right, and then they get one back on you, though, and then you're able to make with 9 minutes to go. I think it was, you look at it, it was Horton who scored.
Yeah.
And then that kind of re-energized you guys a little bit?
Yeah, because that was a beautiful goal by Matt, and it was just, after seeing that, I think everyone just put it in their heads, we're not losing this game. Well, we're not going out without a fight.
Right, exactly. Brandon Mayo had a rough start to his game, but really came back, made a few breakaway stops, stepped up late. Can you talk about his development and play a little bit?
Well, honestly, he's a freshman, so you can't really blame him for having a slow start. He's still getting used to the whole varsity game. I bet for a bunch of the freshmen, it's their first time playing in front of crowds, so I could see how that'd be nerve-wracking. And he's really stepped up, and we need him this year. And he's making big saves, and he can let a few in as long as he's just solid in the net for most of the time.
He's already proving himself as the number one goaltender. You guys have North Haven coming up. Unfortunately, Matt Horton is going to be out of the game, as we learned, because of that penalty at the end. He is automatically suspended for one game because of it from behind. That was a tough play, obviously frustrating. Was the feeling that the player turned at the last minute from your perspective? Or
I don't know. I couldn't really see it from there. I don't want to say anything about your teammate, but I think he went in a little hard, and but I think that kid had his helmet really loose, and the fact that his helmet came off made it look a lot worse.
Right, and as as Jack Fitzgerald said on the commentary, he felt that it wasn't strapped in seeing the play. So, anyway, we're going to be without Matt Horton next game. You got North Haven. It's a conference game, I believe, coming up. So, the feeling off of this, hey, down 4-1, you guys happy with the tie? What's the feeling going into the North Haven game?
Well, obviously we would have loved to win, but going from, what was it, 4-1? Yeah. 4-1 deficit up to 4-4, and then completely controlling them in overtime, except for that last little thing with the penalty. But I think we got momentum, and I'm hoping people would agree with me on that.
I think we'll see it, and we'll see it in your next game. So hopefully you guys can continue that. Charlie, thanks a lot for the time. We're going to wrap it up here from East Haven. Indians come all the way back from a 4-1 deficit and pull out a 4-4 tie with the Chieftains. For Jeff Horton, I'm Dean Cornelio. Good night from East Haven. Once again, the final, Indians 4, Chieftains 4. Good night, everybody.